So we have learned the trigonometric graphs. Now I will tell you how to use the trigonometric graphs to solve some kind of problems. Trigonometric graph is very important throughout our whole 11-12 syllabus. But now I will tell you the application of trigonometric graphs. Now suppose if I give you something like this, which one is greater? Sine 1 or sine 1 degree? Okay. Now sine 1 means, since I have given you sine 1 and I have written nothing, it means that it is 1 radian, right? Now the question is, which one is greater, sine 1 degree or sine 1 radian? Now sine 1 degree, as we all know that 180 degree is pi radian, therefore 1 degree is nothing but pi by 180 radian, right? So sine 1 degree is nothing but sine pi by 180. Is it clear? Now let me draw the graph of sine x. This is what, 0. This peak is what, pi by 2. And this is what, pi. Okay. Now you see 1 radian, pi by 2. It is in radian measure, right? Pi by 2 means 1 radian. It is what? Pi by 2 means it is almost 1.57 radian, right? It is 1.57 radian. Now your 1 radian will be somewhere here. Your 1 radian will be somewhere here, and pi by 180 radian is what? Pi is basically 3.14 divided by 180 will give you a fraction. So that fraction will be somewhere here. Okay. So this is nothing but your sine pi by 180 or sine 1 degree. Am I correct? This is either sine 1 degree or sine pi by 180, and this is nothing but your sine 1 radian. Is it clear? Now from the graph itself we can say that your sine 1 radian is greater than your sine 1 degree. Is it clear? So that is why the trigonometric graphs is so very important to solve this kind of problem. Which one is greater or less? This is just one application of your trigonometric graphs. There are a lot of applications are there. As we will move through the chapters, we will discuss there. But right now you just remember, in this case your sine 1 is greater than sine 1 degree. 1 radian is greater than sine 1 degree. Now if I ask you, which one is greater? Cos 1 radian or cos 1 degree? Let us check. Again, cos 1 degree means what? It's cos pi by 180 radian. Okay. Now if I draw the graph of cos x, how it will look like? Okay. This is what? This is your pi by 2, which is nothing but your 1.57 radian. Okay. So 1 radian is somewhere here. 1 radian is somewhere here. And this is what? This is again a fraction. Means this is your 1 radian. Pi by 180 radian will be nothing but in the left hand side of 1 radian, because it is a fraction. So it will come somewhere here. Let us say this is your pi by 180 radian. Okay. Or 1 degree, whatever you say. Now you see the cos of 1 radian. Cos of 1 radian is greater than your cos of 1 degree. I'm sorry. Cos of 1 degree is greater than cos of 1 radian. Is it clear? So in this case we will say that cos 1 degree is greater than cos 1 radian. Is it clear to all of you? So these are the applications of your trigonometric graphs. Again, a beautiful application of trigonometric graphs will be there in our next chapter, which is called your trigonometric equations. So here, have you understood this? We can take another example also. Suppose if I tell you, which one is greater, cos 1 radian or cos 2 radian? Is it clear? Now you see, again if we draw the graph of cos, what we are going to get? We are going to get something like this. This is pi by 2 and this is your pi. Okay, now 1 radian, this is pi by 2 means it's 1.57 approximately, okay? So 1 is somewhere here and 2 is somewhere here. Okay, this is my 2 radian and this is my 1 radian. So obviously from the graph itself we can see that your cos of 2 radian is negative and cos of 1 radian is positive. Therefore we can say that cos 1 is greater than cos 2. It's obvious. But now if I twist the question a little bit, if I say which one is greater, cos 1 radian or mod of cos 2 radian, think it carefully. Cos 1 radian or cos 2 radian modulus. Modulus means you are taking the positive value. Now the thing becomes, if you take the modulus, now this part, actually if I want to draw the graph of mod of cos x, how the graph will look like? This part will come above the x-axis, so it will look something like this. Yes or no? This part will come up, so it will look something like this. Now the question comes, your 2, this is what? This is again pi. Now the question comes, this 2 will be here or it will be here. That is what I want to say is whether your cos 2 will be less than cos 1 radian or mod of cos 2 will be greater than your cos 1 radian. Is it clear? So for that what we will do, this is basically 1.57, right? Now you think, what is this gap? This gap is basically 1.57 minus 1, that gives you 0.57. That is, this gap is 0.57. Now think about it. If this is your 2 radian, what is the difference? What is this gap? This gap is nothing but 2 minus 1.57, that gives you 0.43. Is it clear or not? Is it clear? Now this is 0.43 and this is 0.57. So definitely this gap will be less than this gap. So if this gap is less, so what will happen? Let us say this is your 2. So this will come down. Is it clear? Because this gap is more, so it will be up. And since this gap is less, so your 2 will come somewhere here and the value of mod cos 2 will come somewhere here. Now we can say from the graph itself that cos 1 is greater than mod of cos 2. Have you understood this? Is it clear to everyone?